see if we are live. There we are. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to Live with Barb on a Wednesday. Tomorrow is 4th of July, and so I thought I would come on this evening and share this amazing class with you. As you're joining, let me know who is here. And let me see, let me get to my comments. So if anybody's joining, just let me know. I am not going to do a lot of chit chat because this is a class. It's going to take a little while. We have 5 cards to make. Hello, Ruth, and welcome. And with these cards, I'll share more as I turn down the camera. But this class is actually what one of my blessing boxes is like. I thought I would share this class so you could see and get an idea of what it is all about. It is something that you can do for a 6-month commitment, so you get a $25 gift from me at the end of those consecutive 6 months, or you can just do one at a time. I've had people do both, and so anyway, that's why I'm here tonight, to share this amazing class, and hopefully you'll be able to have some of the the products at home, and you can do this after, come back to the video and do the class. I will not be doing all the measurements here on the video because that's part of the tutorial that is included with the class that ladies or whoever pays for. It is a $38 box with at least minimum $20 to $25, honestly, of product. So, with all that being said, I don't know that I said hello. This is Barb Ryder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. They want us to say those things as we are on here. Hi, Jan. Thanks for joining me tonight. But if you're watching this as a replay on YouTube, thank you so much, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn down the camera and just talk about what we have. I made sure we were on here. Hi, Sue. And let's see. There, I can see comments up there. So I'm going to put my phone back here. All right, let me get myself situated. All right. Hi, Nancy. So what we're doing tonight is we are going to create what came in my June blessing box, okay? And so this is the sketched butterfly class, and this is what folks got in this kit. Now, I do have a limited supply. I do have some left if you decide you would love to have this kit of all this product. Now, you will have to have some things on your own, and so I'll open this box in just a minute. But to create what's in the blessing box, you have to have the sketched butterfly bundle, and I have Granny Apple Green, Soft Seafoam, and Lemon Lolly blends. Of course, your basic adhesives, scissors, all of that. You will need a pencil. The inks that we are using tonight are going to be Flirty Flamingo, Petunia Pop, Azure Afternoon, Basic Beige, and Memento Black. So those are the ink pads that you need. You definitely need your trimmer, and you'll see why as we keep going. And then your stamping supplies that you have, your cleaner and such. So and you'll need a cut and emboss machine. The mini works perfect for this, so we'll be doing just a couple things. I've pre-cut what I could, but we've got some stamping and then die cutting, so we have to have the cut and emboss machine for that. All right, let's see what's in the box. So when you get your blessing box from me, so this month they got their box, and inside the box is my little note card in this cute bee paper. I just think it's the cutest thing ever. And then you have supplies, and you're going to make 10 cards total. Well, let's see, 10 cards total. Gosh, can't count. You have each individual card kit. Yours would have 2 of each in each envelope. So you'll see that there are some plain envelopes here. This kit also includes the striped iridescent ribbon. Yeah, it's the striped iridescent ribbon. It includes the iridescent foil gems. And you also will get, let me get this out of the way, this package of Sunny Springs Mix. The Sunny Springs cards and envelopes mix. So there are your other 5 envelopes. So what I've done is I've created, using this right here, along with the extra envelopes, you'll have 10 cards that you will be completing, okay? So I'm going to need this, and I'm going to move this out of the way and get this behind me here, because we'll be using these. Okay, so let's move this. I just have to get things out of the way so I can work here. Okay, so I've got all my the stamps that I used every single stamp in this set except for the thank you. And I could have used the thank you because I used the thinking of you twice, but I just used the thinking of you instead of thank you. So there is that. All right, so let me get myself organized here. One momento. I wanted to make sure you could see everything that you would need to do this, and what that means is I have stuff in my workspace. Pencil, that was another thing. I have that in my basic stamper kit. Hello, Jan. Yes, it has, Jan. So you probably should have gotten it. You didn't get it today. If you didn't get it today, you'll have it by Friday. I'm positive, Jan. But this is the blessing box for June that we're going to be doing. Okay, let's see. Moving this because I don't need that at the moment. All right, we're going to go ahead, and I think I'm ready to get started. So the cutter is what you will be needing, and in the tutorial, I actually, I email out a color tutorial to anyone that purchases the box, and that was emailed. Jan, did you get your email? Did you get your email for the box? Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. We're going to be using every single, there are 5 cards and 5 envelopes in here, and we're going to be making our 10 cards out of these 5 cards that are in here. Gosh, and the reason is I cannot get a hold of this. The reason, this package, the cards themselves are similar to what you get in the card kits or Paper Pumpkin, where they give you the designs on the cards. Let me show you the envelopes too if you have never seen these. Okay, you got the email. Okay. So the envelopes are kind of the opposite of the paper. So see this? There's that one. Then you have the one that matches the floral. So this is what comes in this packet. Okay, I'm going to move these aside for the moment. And we're going to start with the blue. We're going to start with this one right here. And so what we need to do is we're going to be cutting this. And this actually needs to be cut. Let me get this up here too. We're going to be taking this, and I'm looking at my directions here on my tutorial, making sure I have those right, but I try so hard to make sure that they're right as I am creating them. You're going to fold this, and you're going to cut this to 3 1/2. All right, so let's take this cutter. I'm going to remove my inks. I think I can move them right there out of the way. There we go. So we need to, on the long side, we want to cut this at 3 1/2. Okay, so I'm keeping it folded, laying that down, and I'm cutting this at 3 1/2. Now that I've cut this at 3 1/2, I'm going to turn it on the open side and cut that. Whoops, make sure my fold is not cut. You want to keep your fold. I'm going to cut this down to 3 1/2. Okay, So we've got these two pieces and this little guy right here. So this is going to be the first card out of the blue. So we're going to be using all these pieces, not every single piece, but we're going to be using this for the second card. Okay, so first envelope is right here. And okay, I guess I should show you the card we're doing. This is what we are creating, and this opens up here and opens up here. Okay, so this is our 3.5 piece. I don't know if I can. I'll try to leave that up here. I'll try and keep my fingers out of the way. Hi, Bobby. So, Bobby, just so you know, you should have your box today, if not Friday. It should be there. Okay, so here is what we have. The basic beige. This is our standard size card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5. Okay. So we have that. You have a piece that goes on the inside of your card, and then there is a square of the basic beige cut with the stylish shape dies. That is in the envelope number 1 for card number 1. Okay, first thing we're going to do is use our basic beige ink, and we're going to stamp some butterflies. I think I'm going to move my cutter just so I have a little extra space over here on my side. I feel like I'm like squished right in here. You guys ever stamp to the point where you get everything out and you're like working on this much space and you've got this huge table? That's how I feel. All right, so what we're doing is, see how we've got the butterflies going from corner to corner? So I'm going to grab up my paper here, scrap, and let's stamp those butterflies. So we need this little stamp set here and ink that up. And so I'm just going to, you know what? See how they're very light? I did that one dark. Okay, so I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp light. So yeah, it is, you want to stamp off. It will lighten up some, but that's full strength and this is second strength. And so I am going to go ahead and stamp off. And I'm just going to make sure that I have butterflies going from corner to corner, just like that. Okay. On the inside of the card, I did stamp a few butterflies. And so let's take this piece right here, and I'm going to ink that up. I'm actually going to stamp it off, and I'm going to stamp, and then I'm going to come back in here and maybe stamp a butterfly there. And let's do, I'm trying not to get it on the other one. There we go. So I just have some butterflies on the corner. So that's it for the basic beige. Oh no, it's not. I have also done the butterflies on the sentiment, so kind of in the background. And since this is a square, it doesn't matter which way you turn it. But I'm going to stamp off twice because I don't want that super dark. I guess one time is good enough. Yeah, stamping off once. I'm going to see, I don't know, I'm going to have to come up here, I guess. There. And let's see if I can get that in there. Okay. There we are. Just some background on the square. Let's see, who else joined? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, basic beige is done. Where shall I put these? Okay. Now we need the Azure Afternoon, so it coordinates with our card here. See, I told you already that I would end up getting this moved out of the way, right? Okay, so my sentiment here, and that is going to say, wishing you a birthday, wishing you a beautiful birthday. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp that kind of right in the middle of my square, just like that. It shows up fabulous. All right, there's that. And let me clean this off. All right. Now you can go back. This will be saved on my YouTube channel also, so you'll be able to go back. You'll be able to look this up anytime that you want. We're ready to go ahead and put this together. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this down first. So let's open up our card. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that this piece, let me see, is that the, yeah. This piece is going to, I want it in the middle, and you can shift it however you like, you know, and if you want to add more butterflies all over the whole thing, you can do that too. I might add another dark one up there. I think I'm going to do that just because I didn't stamp off in the bottom corner before I went to get these butterflies on here. So let's see, I think I'm going to do this one, and let me just see if I can get up here in the corner with one that's darker. There we go. Just to bring, I just like balance. I'm kind of a balance kind of person. So, all right, let's get this, clean that off. All right, because we'll be using that one again on a later card. All right, so the whole idea here is that you want to put your blue piece where, you know, wherever you want. You can have it lower, higher, whatever you'd like. But basically, you want to know where you want to put that. If you want to make a tick mark, you know, like right there, so I know that's going to be the top of where I want this put. Adhesive is going to go on this back side. Okay. You want to put this down first before you put your piece on the inside. Making sure. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, I'm going to line up my score right at the very edge so that my card will open. It's not going to stick off the edge too much, if at all, really. There we go. Okay, just like that, because there you go. Okay, and if you get it too close like I did, look, you'll have a little bit of buckle. You don't want that. So what happens is I need to move this in a little more. The fold is just a little too far. It's a little too far off the edge. I'm sorry, too far in. I had it too far in. You want the little bit of the fold on the outside there. Still. Okay. We're going to make it work here. There we go. All right, so there's that. So now let's go ahead and take our white piece that we stamped here and put that on the inside. Okay, now I will tell you this. You want to butt this up to the edge because you don't want this showing like this. Okay, so you want to come right up to your edge and just center that into the middle of your card, like so. Okay, so it is a little to the right, more than you would normally do. See that? But that's okay. That's what we want. All right, so there's that. So now we are ready to get our ribbon. And right here is my ribbon. Here. And I am going to just create like a fake bow. I'm just going to bring this like this and then come back behind and bring this up here, and see that creates like this little bow without tying it. And what you're going to do is your square will go right on top of your bow. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut my ribbon. Probably have to cut that again a little bit. And you can do one of two things. You can put some adhesive down here and then put down your bow. Sometimes I'm just going to hold it, and I've got, actually I do have tape. I keep in my basic stamper kit, and you walk to the mailbox and I got my box. Oh, cool. Okay, good. The sheer ribbon is beautiful, Jeanne. I love this ribbon, and I know it already went out of stock. I actually Not sure if it's back in, but I have enough for the, like I said, I have a few more limited supply of the kits available. So, okay, so there's that. Now we're just going to put some dimensionals on the back of this to place onto the front of our Azure afternoon card front. Okay, I am going to come right there and right there. I think that's good. Maybe I'll, yeah, I only need 3 on that. So let's put that one back. And basically this card is done. So there is card number 1. My trash is behind me, wouldn't you figure? Well, actually the card isn't done. I told a little fib. So let's put that here. Okay, just like that. And I do need to trim this, this one here just a little bit. There we go. We have our beautiful sparkle gems that we need to put on. Now, what I did is I didn't put them all on the blue. You can put them however you like. I took them and let's take this one. And up here where I don't have any butterflies, that's where I put my gems. So let's take a little one and come right there. I'll bring it up close so you can see better. And then, oh, I stamped that crooked, but you know what? That's okay. And then I think this little guy needs to come down here instead of the top. And so there you go. There is card number 1. Now we're going to make card 1B. So this is 1A. We're going to do 1B because we are going to use the rest of some of these blue pieces here, okay? So hang with me. We're going to go to the next card. All right. Well, hi, Anne. You are from Canberra, Australia. Well, welcome to my live and this beautiful sketched butterfly class that I offered in my blessing box this month. We're glad to have you. All right, so card 1A. So let's put that there. Card B, 1B, is this one right here. So see how we've got these pieces left over? We've got this and these, and we're going to use it to create this gorgeous background. So the way we're going to do this is, let me look from the remaining blue card. You need 4 pieces, and you need them all to be 3.5 inches. And we're going to start out, and we're going to go ahead and make sure that this is 3.5 inches. Now this time I am cutting off the fold because I don't want a fold on these pieces. So there's 3.5. Cut that off, and that's just trash or whatever you want to do with it. So I need 1 piece of the blue that is going to be 1 1/4. So there we go, 1 1/4. So I need that one, and then I need one that is 1 inch, and let's go over here. This is 1 inch. If I can hold my fingers there, there we go. And then the next piece that I need is 3/4 and then 1/2. So this one, this piece right here is a 3/4 piece. And then the last one is, let's see what this size is. That is 3/4 also. And this piece needs to be 1/4 of an inch, or 1/2 inch, Barb, 1/2. So right there is a 1/2. So let's lay that down and cut 1/2. All right. So there's our progression. And look, you still got a few pieces. If you want to stick them on the inside of the card, you can do that. Okay, let's move this out of the way and see what's in the next envelope here. Balmy blue is your card base, and that is, you know, the standard 8.5 by 5.5. So good, Anne, you say good morning. What time is it there? It is 8:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. We're going to layer the azure onto here, and then we are going to work onto this piece before it goes on this one, and we're going to stamp our butterfly on this. Now again, if you choose to get this kit, it will have more than just one piece here, because you'll have a bigger piece. This is just for me to be able to do what I need to do here. So I'm going to go ahead, attach my Azure Afternoon cardstock, which is beautifully coordinated with our card from the Sunny Springs Mix and Match cards and envelopes. Okay, so there's my card base, and for the inside you have a piece, so let's go ahead and get that put on the inside, and that should be just a little border all the way around, so 4 by 5 1/4 is that basic size there. All right, before we stamp our butterfly on this piece, let's go ahead and let's work on this piece. I'm going to get my silicone mat, which is part of my basic stamper kit, which I love. But basically all you're doing is you're going to actually layer these onto this piece, leaving a little bit of that Flirty Flamingo to show through. And so I'm just going to take this and kind of go in the middle of my card here, and the whole the key on this is to try to have your what do I want to say, your pieces even at the top and the bottom, with a little bit of space in between. So if you lay these down beforehand, kind of like what I did, now these pieces don't match up exactly because I use different ones, and that's okay. You don't have to have them match exactly. But I do want my tops and bottoms to match up. When I say match exactly, I'm talking about the pattern. I guess I should clarify and speak clearly here. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to take the next size, and that's going to go right here. Now that kind of matches up because that, you can see that kind of flower kind of flows together. And the last one, that is going to go right here, and I didn't get a little more space there, but that's okay, that's all right. Okay, so there's what we have. So before this goes onto this card base, we have to put some ribbon around, and we're going to take this. I might have to open another roll of my ribbon. So this, actually, to save, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take this and just clip it so that I can tape it in the back, and that saves me a whole space on the back side, so I don't have ribbon on the back, if that makes any sense at all. You guys have seen me do this if you've watched me live very much. I take this, and it's going to be towards the bottom a little bit. I guess I should turn it right side up a little bit. Let's see, the butterfly, so there, a little more towards the bottom than bottom middle instead of the top, or exact middle, I guess. But I'm just going to tape this on the back like that. And see, I saved this much ribbon is what happens. I didn't wrap it all the way around, so I'm saving ribbon. That's all. That's a nice little tip for you. So there's that. And then I just want a piece like kind of like that. And I'm going to make like this little tail. And I'm going to take my mini glue dots, and let's put that down. So just push that on there and then peel that back. And my butterfly is going to go on the big side here, so I'm just going to kind of put that right there. Okay, so those tails are kind of coming down. See that? All right, now we're ready to, actually we can go ahead and we can put this whole layer onto our card front here. Make sure you're opening the correct way. And I did bring this over to the right a little more than in the middle. So it's a little bit, you can have more blue here than here. So, all right, that looks a little funky right now, but we're going to get our butterfly on there in a second. This is where you will have to have the cut and emboss. If you don't, have the dies. If you just have a set of butterflies that you're using and you don't have dies, then you can fussy cut those. But we're going to be using Flirty Flamingo, and you'll want some Wink of Stella. I missed that at the beginning. Wink of Stella is another tool I have in my basic stamper kit, because you can use this to do some coloring, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so I need the big butterfly. Here's what we're making. I need this one right here, not the biggest, but the bigger one of the bigger ones. And ink that up. Make sure it's inked up really good. And we're going to go ahead and stamp that. Woo, that is dark. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take Wink of Stella. It'll lighten up as it dries. We're going to take Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to start coloring right here where I have these little areas that I can make a little bit darker to give some color, a little bit of depth on my butterfly. Okay, see that? See how that just fills that in and it gives it some more orange. Now, if you want it darker, or if you, let's say you want to, let's just do this. Let's just bring this, and I'm just going to slide over top of this. And the whole idea is that you do this when your ink is still a little bit wet, so that it will pull that color of ink into the butterfly. See there how that just really brightens that up and gives it some more depth. So there's that, and let me just clean this off so I don't get Flirty Flamingo all over everything. All right, over here. Now we got to go ahead and, now if you want to stamp something on the inside, you can. I didn't particularly on this one. You do have some blue pieces left. Like I said, you could, you know, take this piece and we could add it over here on the side, inside your card, just to bring that and use that up if you wanted to. I'm going to go ahead. I've got my little machine behind me here, so give me 2 seconds so I can cut this out. I only have 2 of these where we have to cut them, stamp first and then cut, and so I only have one more time. I have to use the mini, and I'm going to put this down, get it straight, and I do use some washi tape to hold this down in place, so it doesn't shift on me. So there's that, and let's run this through. Oops, I'm crooked. There we go. All right. And having it over behind me, it doesn't jiggle the camera here either, so that's a good thing. All right, let's get this. And pop this die out. There we go. Put that in there. Okay, so now all we're going to do is really put this up, pop this up with dimensionals. Just going to take a couple dimensionals and pop this up right kind of over that spot that right here, so that my butterfly kind of like has the tails coming out. Like, you know how you see things of butterflies where they have like the trail from the butterfly? I don't know. That was kind of what I was thinking when I put this together. The little tails here. Okay, so there's that. So let's go ahead and put our butterfly down. I think I've got to add, oh no, that stayed pretty, that's good, that's good. It's a little, not really, let me shift this over a little more than how I did it, but anyway, there we go. Oh, I see, this isn't straight, this is crooked. There. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, so there we are. I did not put a sentiment on the front of this one. So you can choose one and use some scrap white cardstock or whatever you'd like to do there. But then you need your gems, and let's go ahead and put on a couple gems. And I actually put one in the center of my butterfly. I used a small one there just so it didn't overpower my butterfly and the detail. And then I have one kind of here and another kind of there. But you can put, like I said, you can put those wherever you would like to put them on your card. So that's card 1B, I guess. And I call it 1B because I made 2 different designs with this one card. The other 4 cards, we are going to do 2, you will do in your kit, 2 of that design. So I'm just going to show you the one design, but when you create yours, you'll do 2 if you have this kit. Okay? All right. So here's the difference in the 2. Not much, but there we are. Okay. Let's go to card number 3. Now, I really, really like this card number 3. And this, you will use your Memento Black. And here is card number 3. I just love this one. These greens really surprise me. And that's the inside of the card. But I really like this. And I'm going to show you a fun trick that you're going to need to do with your Granny Apple Green blends and your ribbon. Hang on, let me get to the next page. Because I tell you how much ribbon you need. You need about, let me find it, about 9 inches. That's what about 9 inches of ribbon is what you're going to need. So my handy dandy glass mat, and by the way, this is available now for everyone to purchase, the glass mat, and you've got the rubber piece that you can hold different things, and the chamois that wipes it. Those are actually available in my online store now. So I'm going to go ahead with 9 inches, and grab my Granny Apple Green. I'm going to use my dark. This is what I want to use, my dark Granny Apple. And we are going to color this ribbon with your Granny Apple. So you use the brush tip end, and you basically lay it down sideways and just swipe it across your ribbon. Okay? Just like that. Make sure you have something under it because it does seep through, and it colors both sides all at once. Okay? And I'm telling you, this is amazing. This ribbon, you can color this ribbon any color you would like. Okay? So, this green happens to match with what we're doing, and that's why I chose that. But once you get it done, look at that. It definitely changes the sparkle to me in this ribbon when you color it. So there's that. We're just going to set that aside for a minute so that we'll make sure it's completely dry. I hope I did do enough. If not, we'll just do a little bit more. But 9 inches is what I thought would work, and that's what I have in the tutorial. So, all right. And what's next? Memento and Memento Black and envelope. That's what I'm looking for. So again, you're going to take your card, your full card. I'm going to show you here. You're going to take the full card, and you're going to cut this down. The easiest way is to fold this, and I already have one cut, so I don't have to cut another one. You're going to fold this, and this gets cut down. Let's see here. This needs to be cut to 4 by 5 1/4. So that's what, or yeah, 5 1/2. Did I say 5 1/4? Hang on. Where's my measurement here? I feel like something, oh no, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. This needs to be 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. So what you'll do is you're going to take this, and you're just going to cut off the folded side. You're going to measure to 3 3/4, and then just cut this right off, and you're going to get 2 pieces like this, and that's what you want for your 2 cards. But here's what you have. You have all these pieces in your kit, and we're just going to go layer by layer. So here is my soft sea foam. That is my base, card base. Okay, and we are going to start with, after you have these cut, you're going to just set them aside. We're going to start with the Granny Apple Green, and then this is going to go on the front. Oh, well, first of all, let's put the one on the inside since I got the glue. All right, one's going to go into the inside of your card, just like this. Okay. All right. Second one, you're going to take this and you're going to rip this. Let's see here. I want about 1 inch. Using the second grade. About 1 inch is what I want to rip off of here. So if you need to measure, about right there. Okay. And when I rip, I don't just like that. I do this very, hi Peggy. Thanks for joining us. You can do the replay too, for sure. But when I rip this, I am very carefully ripping this towards me. And see how you have a kind of a, what do I want to call that? A little bit of a two-tone on this piece. Well, when you rip it towards you, that's what you get. Okay? So I'm ripping off about 1 inch. And it doesn't have to be exact all the way across. But see the difference, how this is like feathery looking and this is not? All right. If you're left-handed, you will rip away from you, because so if you're left-handed and you come this way, it's going to look like this. It's always a trick for left-handed people when I show them the ripping. So here's the green. We're ready to put this down. All right. Well, actually, let's hang on, because the next step is that we're going to take this piece. And we need to rip off about, let's see here. Okay, about 1.5 inches off of this one. And the whole idea, or you can eyeball it. So this is going to layer onto here. And all I want to do is make sure I'm a little bit above the green. So I'm just going to come up here about right there. Or you can measure it, like I said, you can measure it to the about 1.5. Okay, looks like I ripped a little more than 1.5, but that's okay. It's okay. It's all just going to layer. Okay, so there's that. You're going to save this piece. So here's what we have next, right? See, I could have got a little closer to that edge. So that's going to go here, like this, right? Next, we're going to take this soft sea foam, and that's going to be the next piece. And so I am just going to barely go right here. And I'm just going to rip this. And so this just gives you this really cool design that I've done here on this card. So that's going to go like right there. So you have a little bit of that showing. See, I ripped a little more of this off than I should have, than I wanted to. I guess put it that way. But that's okay. Let's bring this down here. And let's go ahead and take I'm just going to take a little more of this off. If you're not the kind of person that likes this look, you can do this in just increments of your layers with the cutter. All right, the last one is this one right here. And so I'm going to come right here and then just rip off about that much. Okay. So here's what you have. You're just doing a gradation. You know, it's just going to continually go up with the layers. Let me bring it close. See that? So I've got my layers done. I need this one because that's going to go on the inside of the card. Now remember I said see how there's no white showing here? I do want the white showing on the inside because this is going to go on the inside. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to rip towards me and see how I'm getting the white there now? That's what I want. So I'm going to rip a little more of this off. And it's just going to be trash that I don't need. Okay, that's going to go inside my card. And I'm going to wait to put that on because I've got some white to go down. And we're going to stamp on the inside. All right, so trash, trash, trash. All right, let's do some stamping. Memento Black is the color you're going to use. We also are going to be using the blends that I mentioned that you need. The sentiment for this one is, you brighten up so many of my days. So that is black. And again, I'm going to take this so I have a guesstimation. That goes about right there. So this will go right here on the bottom of my card. I'm going to clean as I go. I like to do that. Hello, Sue, and welcome. All right, so there's that part. Now, like I said, we are going to use these little butterflies that we used on the other card, and then we're also going to use this smaller one right here, and those are going to be on the the white. So on the sample, sorry guys, I didn't put that sample for you. See there? That's what we want to do. So I'm going to be strategic in inking up my butterflies. They are spaced very nicely. And so I'm going to take this and ink up my butterflies. I only want these two butterflies. Is that right? Yeah, that's what I want. So let's I'm only inking those two. I just want to make sure they're nice and inked up well, okay? All right, and so I want those over here, and let's see, about like that. See there? And then I'm going to ink this little butterfly, and that'll go there. Because we want space at the top for our ribbon. That's the reason they're towards the bottom. So then on the inside, we're going to take this piece, and I'm going to, let's see, on the inside, I did the opposite. I did this one and this one, these two, instead of these two. So I'm going to clean this, and make sure there's no ink coming off. I'm going to just stamp on my paper here so I don't have any shadows on my white. And I want the middle, the middle ones. So again, I'm going to be strategic. I'm going to take the corner of my black and just get that middle butterfly. I think this is awesome how these are spaced. Now I got a little bit of black there, so I'm going to have to clean that off. And then I want this one right here. But they're spaced very nicely so that you can do this type of technique, okay? So let's get this. Oh, I did the wrong one, Barb. Oh, no, I didn't. It's confusing when it's backwards. Okay, so right here I got ink. So the other good thing about having a chamois is you can take it out and use it kind of like a baby wipe or something and clean that off, and you don't get those nasty baby wipe fuzzes everywhere. So now it's cleaned off. All right, so there's that. Okay, Barb, here we go. Now, let's make sure that my butterflies are not going to be hidden by this piece, because this is going to go in here too. So I want those butterflies kind of right there, just like that. So when I put this down, the very bottom, oh, it's covering. So guess what? I can still rip this more and still have a pretty inside, right? Let's do it. There's no mistakes in stamping. There we go. Now, ta-da! All right. Clean these guys. Clean this one. Okay. How many times have you guys done this kind of thing? Hello, Shar. Welcome. Oh. Okay, very good. Yes, the replay will have all the goodies that you need if you want to recreate these. And again, if you're just joining me, I do have a few of these kits left. This is the kit that I sent out for this month for my blessing box that I shared at the beginning. And if you still would like to get one with all the parts and pieces, you do need your stamp sets and inks and emboss machine and that. you can get that for $38, and that includes shipping. So there's that. Okay, now let's grab these all these blends and just do some real quick blending. So I have used, where's my dark? I'm not going to use the dark. I'm using these three. I'm just looking at my sample here. So I'm just going to color according to what I have in front of me. And it looks like I mainly did the light seafoam on this little butterfly. And I did, this, I think I did the light granny. I just want to double check. Yep, that the light granny apple green is in this section of the larger butterfly. Mine's getting a little dry on that end, on the nib. Okay, so there's that. And then let's go with the dark lemon lolly. And I have this on the edge. And again, you can do your butterflies whatever color you prefer. I just use these colors because they just seem like soothing colors for the butterfly. I did this little section up here. Thank you for sharing, Shar. I hope that people will enjoy this little class that I put together. And then this is my light lemon lolly, and I'm just going to fill in the rest of it. And I did these lighter colors, like I said, I chose to go lighter with the butterflies because you have such boldness in the greens, and using these soft sea foam and the granny apple green, it's what coordinates in this paper right here, so it just works beautiful. Okay, so for the inside ones, what did we do? Okay, so this one is my light, and I put some dark lemon lala at the tips. I'm going to use my this end because the other one's getting a little dry. And then soft sea foam, I'm going to use the darker, is this the dark? I always have to look to see what's the dark. I'm going to use the little bit of the dark around where the lines are on the edges of this butterfly, and right there. And then let's use the dark again. And they're just so pretty. I think I'm going to come in with this light green and just do a little bit in the center. So there, it's a little blurry. There we go. And then for this one, I want the center of my, this guy, I want it to be darker green. So let me do that. Okay. There we go. I tell you guys this all the time, and I'm sure that you know this. If you've ever done any in-person classes, and then you see the samples online, you can see that it's so much prettier in person. All right, there's my sample. So let's put our card together. Here's all the parts and pieces here. I'm not really sure why I have this other piece of green in here, but I do, so I don't know. So it was just an extra for some reason. All right, this is going to go on the inside, so let's just go ahead and put this down. So I'm curious of all of you watching, how many of you actually have the Sketch Butterfly bundle? Did you take advantage of the bundle savings that we just had last month and get this bundle, or did you get it like right away when the catalog came out because it's gorgeous? All right, let's just put these layers down. And remember, you want your feathery side up to give it a different, what do I want to say? Just dimension and texture. So that's going to go down flat. And that's gonna give me a little, I'm gonna do a little bit extra space at the top instead of this shorter. Bring that down to kind of match all the sides. So anyway, have a little extra at the top there. Okay, then next we have this piece. And then let's layer that about right there. Okay. Next we have the soft sea foam, but we need to put this on first in our ribbon, and then we're going to add that to our card front. All right, so let's do this. And then this green ribbon that we colored with our blend. So this is going to come around here and then just tie a knot. Woo! 9 inches is barely enough, so you might want to do 11 when you do your kit. But it works. It's perfect actually. It works perfectly, and I have just enough space. Everything works out just fine. Now see, you can see how that green shows up on that white from coloring it with the blends. And then this is flat. Okay, just like that. And then let's go ahead and put on some gems. So this one you're going to do 2 of the same design. You have all the parts and pieces in your kit to do 2 just the same. Let's bring this right here. And then let's just come down here and put one right there. Okay, so there is card 2. All right, the next one is beautiful because you guys know me, I like flowers, and yes, this one is the flower card. Here is our next card. And on the inside, there's a little special. So you're going to take your card base. I'll just show you. I'm not going to cut this one because, like I said, I already have some of them. I already have that I can use. So you're going to take this one and you're just going to fold it in half, and your cutter will cut 2 pieces. But if you want to cut them separately, you're going to cut your card base so that you have 2 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so you're going to cut this to 4 inches. So cut off the fold, and then cut this first at this is 5 1/2. So cut it to 5 1/4, and put that piece aside, and then you're going to cut this at 4 inches, and that gives you 2 of these. And then whatever's left over, you're just going to cut a little strip that you can put on the inside of your card. Okay? So let's get you're going to need your Wink of Stella for this one too. We're going to use the Wink of Stella a little differently. I don't know if you've ever used it the way I'm going to show you, but it's really fun. This is going to use the large butterfly, the largest butterfly, and Petunia Pop. We're also going to be using the Thinking of You on this card, and we need, first we're going to stamp the butterfly, okay? So Petunia Pop right here. I really, really am liking this Petunia Pop in the new in colors. All right, let's do this. I'm just going to turn it this way and ink it, making sure I have it inked up good. Okay, there we go. All right. And let's stamp this butterfly kind of at an angle so that our sentiment can fit over here on the right corner. Okay. It's very dark right now, but it will lighten up as it dries and the ink soaks into the paper. Okay. Now, while it's still a little bit wet, you're going to take your Wink of Stella And you're gonna just, again, color these little areas. Now, if it doesn't come out as dark as you would like, I'm gonna show you how you use your ink right here. You want to squeeze it so you get some ink here, and then you just get a little bit of that color and just come right in here and color this butterfly. Just a little bit, okay? You can always go back and add darker, so you don't want to go super heavy to take away from your designs in your butterfly. I'll bring it up close once I get these colored so you can see. Actually, I'm going to bring it up before I do this one in so you can see the difference before I color it. Okay, see that? See the difference in how you can see it's not super dark, but it's dark enough that you can see there's something pretty going on there. Okay. Alright, I'm going to bring in some more of that color there. I'm also going to color the body, so that is a little bit darker. And you can do more, you can do less, whatever you prefer. But that's all we need with the Petunia Pop. And I'm just going to set this aside for a minute, and then let's do our Thinking of You. I know this class is a little bit different than my normal Thursday Buzzin' with Barb. You guys aren't very talkative tonight, but that's okay. I love that you're here. I'm going to stamp this right to the right of my butterfly, because we're going to put a little ribbon right there. Okay, there's that. And let's clean this up, because I will make a mess if we do not. Right? All right. Okay, so remember I said I'm going to show you something different to do with your Wink of Stella. How many of you have ever used this to do splattering on your card? You can use your Wink of Stella and make some sparkles all over your card. You just need your bone folder, and you need to make sure that you have the ink down into the tip, and then you're going to take this and you're really just going to hit it hard, actually. And what it does is it splats your sparkles all over your cardstock. And you want to make sure that you, like I said, you've got the ink that's down in your brush so that it will splat out onto your card. So I don't know if you'll be able to see. Let me see if I can get it. See how there you can see a little bit. See if there you go. But you can see it in person, I promise. So, there's another way to use your Wink of Stella. Okay, so it's going to dry pretty quickly, but while it's doing that, let's pull out the other pieces here. Now, there is a scrap, so you can cut out your little butterfly. I did that ahead of time, so you didn't have to watch me, and guess what? I did it in the wrong color. Darn it. So we're going to use this after all, because I have the wrong color. Let me see. Yep. Okay, let's do this really quick with this little die right here. Wouldn't you know, here I thought I was so prepared, and I did it in Flamingo and not in Petunia Pop. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, let's get this little pieces out of here. And yep, they're just going right on the floor, you guys. Okay, there. See the difference? Yeah. All right, well, we'll save that for another project, right? Okay. Let's get our Petunia Pop card base. Again, this is just our basic 8.5, 5.5. Okay. And then on the inside, you should have a piece of white. And I don't have one. Okay, Barbie. All right. Well, that's okay. We're just going to go ahead. You're going to have the insides. You're going to have white to go on the inside. it's in your kit. I know it's in your kit. I have them all, and I promise. If you don't have pieces in your kit that you see here on this video, or that you are expecting from the tutorial, please let me know. I will mail out what is missing. But I think when I was putting my kits together, I don't think I had the inside of this done. I don't know when I put my kits together. But you're going to have your white first, and then, like I said, you use what's left of that strip that you have, and that's going to go on the inside of your white. And this little butterfly is going to go just like that. Now, I did use a mini glue dot to add this butterfly right here. Okay? So I'll put those on after we're all done, so you don't have to watch me cut paper and all that. But now let's go ahead. We're going to mount this onto here. And and these are, I believe, a nice little skinny 1/8 of an inch around, instead of normally I have about 1/4 of an inch around. I think just that tiny little bit of color really sets this off. And this is actually early espresso. I chose early espresso because that's what looks like in the paper here, is early espresso. That's the reason I chose that. And then your design piece here is going to go onto this piece with an 1/8 of an inch all the way around again, just like that. And then this beauty, like I said, I would do flowers for everything, but you can't always do that. And then this just goes on the front of your card base. Isn't that pretty? And then we are going to pop this up with some dimensionals right here. Okay. Well, let's move them out of the way, Barb. And again, if you don't have sketch butterflies and you do have some of the other butterflies that we've had in our catalogs, you can do the same thing. You can do this completely with a different stamp set. I just think butterflies are so beautiful. There we go. I do have that offset just a little bit. And I have a little bow right here already. I don't think I want the bow though. So I'm just going to take this bow apart and just make a knot. I just need a little knot is all I need. Because I don't want it very big right there. I just want it just a pretty sparkle right at that other side of the design on the front. Just like that. Okay. There we go. And again, oh, this is too big. I did put this on with a glue dot. I find that when you're putting material, using the material, putting it onto cardstock or whatever it is that you're putting it on, to me the mini glue dots work fabulous for anything, any type of ribbon going onto a project. So this is just going to kind of go right there. And then let's add these gems, and take your pick tool is up here. Now if you like lots of gems, that's one of the reasons that I love to give full packages of gems in card kits, because it seems like some people like to put a lot, some people just like to do the, the 3 gems like I normally do. And actually I think this one is just, I don't like this placement, and so I just take the pokey end of my take your pick tool and I just pick it off and then put it somewhere else where I think it should go, but I do not like it where I placed it. If you watch me often, you guys know that sometimes I just don't do this very well in these placements. And if I can't, see, like, darn it, I can't get this, I pushed it down too hard. There it's coming off now. Come on. Come on. Oh my word, come on. There. Let's see here. I think I want this down here farther. I want it a little closer. It was just too up high. It was up higher than I wanted it to be. How's that? There we go. There. Okay. Now I feel better. But anyway, there you are. And then your inside of your card will look like that when you put your pieces in. All right. We have 2 more cards and that's it. We're doing not too bad. Now, when I do these classes, they are a long time, okay? The videos normally are long, and that's because I give you all these ideas and I create them with you so that you don't have any questions. If the tutorial isn't giving you what you need, this video actually will make it happen. But these next 2 cards are not as difficult. We have one, this next card, you will be cutting your cardstock, your card, and this is going to be the crushed curry. Okay, this is the crushed curry card. And so let's go ahead and grab all these pieces. And so these are some extras. So I just have them in here from when I created the design, the first design. Here's the design. Okay. You can't, mine is too close together. So I did adjust it. The photo the live is going to be much prettier than the photo because you're going to be able to see this distinctive cutting that we're doing, okay? So, let me go to my tutorial here so what you're going to do is you are going to, using the crushed curry design card, you are going to cut the front and the back to 5 1/4 by 3 3 3/4, okay? 5 1/4. So you're going to take this and you're going to cut 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So let me see what my piece is. Okay, 5 1/4. So it's already 5 1/4, and it should be 3 3/4. All right, I already have it cut 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So you want to cut both sides because you're doing 2 of the same card. Okay. So there's that. Now we need this, we're going to put this aside. We do need your cutting. You need whatever. You can use a ruler, you can use this, whatever you want to do. But what we have to do is we need to mark on this cardstock, okay? So I'm going to lift this up so I can see the numbers here. And what you need to do is you need to take your pencil and you need to make tick marks at 3 3/4. So I'm going to lay this down. How do I want to do this? There's 3 3/4, and these lines help you line it right up. Okay, so there, that's straight. So 3 3/4. I need to make a tick mark at 3. Hang on, this needs to go here. Okay, let's start over, Barb. Make sure I'm straight. 3 3/4 right there. So I'm going to make a tick mark there. Okay. So, and then you need to make, all right. Rewind. Okay. That's why we have a pencil. So on the 3 3/4, the 5 1/4 side, excuse me. See, that's why I like to look at my tutorial. It should be on the 5 1/4 side. Okay, 5 1/4, right? On the 5 1/4 side, you're going to make a tick mark at 1 inch, 1 1/2 inch, and 2 1/8. And then 2 3/4. Okay? Just like that. Okay? You want the tick marks where you can see them. And the first one was 1 inch. Okay, so that's right. Okay, 1 inch. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to turn this completely around, opposite way. okay, and then line it back up, and then you're going to do it the opposite way. So you're going to start here, and this side is going to be 1 inch, and then 1.5, 2 1/8, and 2 3/4. Okay, now it's going to look kind of funky, but the whole idea is that we're going to make these angles that are on the card. Okay, can you see right there the angles? It's going to make sense now that we start cutting. Okay, so let me move my pencil out of the way, and what you need to do is you're going to go from this tick mark to this tick mark. Okay, going to lay the tick mark in the guide and the tick mark here, and cut that. So there's one piece. Okay. Oh, Barb. That's okay. Yeah. I was correct at the beginning when I thought we would go on the 3 3/4 side, but that's okay. We're going to, this will show you two variations. Now we're going to go the next tick mark to the next tick mark and slice. Okay. Okay, so there to there. And the last one is going to be large again, just like what we had on the other side. So there. All right. So let's move this out of the way. So here's what we have. There's our piece. Okay. Just like that. Now, I think the last card, really there's hardly any fancy stuff on the last card. This is the hardest, probably the hardest card. I am going to go ahead and cut this one, and this needs to be, like I said, it needs to be 3 3/4. I'm going to make sure. Three and 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, that's what we need. Now, on this side, we're going to do this. We are going to do our tick marks again, and we're going to do it the same way. On the 3 3/4 side, we're going to do, lay this down, and we need a tick mark at 1 and 1.5, 2 1/8, and 2 3/4. Okay, now turn it the opposite way. Let's do this again. And let's see, there we go. And 1 inch, 1.5, 2 1/8, and 2 3/4 right there. All right. So this is going to show you two different ways, landscape and horizontal. Okay, because I made a mistake on the first one. So again, you're going to do the same thing. You are going to you're going to take this first tick mark to, what did I do? Oh my gosh, I'm so, that doesn't work. This is what happens when you do a live, and you do the card and sample everything beforehand, and then this happens. Okay, forget that. We're going to do this. This is what it's supposed to look like. Okay. Ah! All right. I don't make this many mistakes, you guys, promise. If you watch me on Thursdays, I do some, but this is a live video, so, and I don't edit my videos, and so here we are. But basically this is what we're doing, okay? So this is going to go here and here, and then you're going to place these in here to give you this fun design on your front of your card. That's all it is. Now, if it feels like it's too much, well, let's see. I can see my tick marks. So first of all, I'm going to get those out of here. And, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's start with this one. And in the end, if you don't want to do this cutting, hey, just do your solid piece, right? Okay, so let's get this right close to the edge. There we go. And then I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put this other piece down over on the other side. And then these will go in between. Okay? But you do want the large opposite. So let's do this. I need to turn it this way so I can see if I'm getting it straight on both sides. There we go. All right, we're almost there. This one we do have to stamp and die cut. And the last one I've already done the die cut. I do know that. All right, so let's see here. That piece. Well, darn it. Okay, so here we go. And like this. Are you guys still with me? I can't see how many of you might still be here. I haven't seen anybody move lately. So I was curious if anybody was still watching live. If not, totally fine. You can always come back and watch this replay. And if you're watching the replay, thank you. I appreciate it. Now see there, I am just a little bit too, it's too close. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to overlap this a little bit. So I have a little bit of white showing. All right, so the girls, if you, when you get your tutorial, this will be corrected and this will be adjusted a little bit. Okay, so what you want is some white in the middle. That's all. That is it. Seriously. I have already pre-scored this, pre-embossed this lemon lolly, and that is going to go onto the layer of white. Just like that. And then you are going to take some ribbon. So before we do the stamping, and I don't know if I, like I said, I might have to break into another roll here because I just emptied that one. What I need to do is this needs to come around and to the side like that. And then we're going to tie this off. 1 second, let me grab some more ribbon. I thought I had more on there than I did. We use this at our Monday stamp night, and so that's probably why. Okay. So here is something fun to do. Actually, I'm going to take this. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive back here to hold my ribbon. I'm going to take this, and I want it to come around here. And there, sticks on there. So I want the tails off of the end here, just like that. Now I'm going to take a piece of this, and I need enough to tie a knot, and so I'm just going to, that's, I don't know how many inches, but see how there are the lines in this ribbon? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut down the center of one of the lines to give me a skinny piece, because we're going to use that to tie this side and make this really cute side over here. I know this is kind of late, you guys, but we had to do so many things. Long stories. I always have long stories because that's just my life. But anyway, I couldn't come on at 7 like I had hoped. So I put it at 8 o'clock just to be safe for those of you that would join me live for a little while. So if this is getting too late, I totally understand, but it will be saved and it's being recorded, and you can always come back and take and watch it later. All I'm trying to do is tie a knot around this ribbon. Maybe I should have made it longer. There we go. Okay, there. All right, now once I got it started, I can actually take my ribbon and really pull it tight. And then I need to bring this up closer to the edge so that I've just got this extra going on. Come on. There. All right. So there we are. We have that in the front, and then you've got these little foo-foos over on the side. I'll fix them up and spread them out when we get to that point. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp Thinking of You in the basic, in the Memento Black, onto your die cut piece, which is from the nested dies, and Thinking of You right here. I am going to stamp this a little over to the left because I'm going to put my butterfly kind of on the corner here, and this piece is for my butterfly, and it's going to be the kind of half butterfly that you see in the stamp set here. Hi, Sue. Thanks, guys. You're watching intently. Awesome. I'm thankful that you guys are still here. Yay! Okay. All right, so let's stamp that down, and then we are going to color that, and we need to die cut it. And like I said, I got my die cutter right here, and we're on the home stretch. Okay, now this one, of course, I did the yellows, which is the lemon lolly, because it just coordinated with all the lemon. And we don't have a crushed curry Stampin' Blend, so, but we've got daffodil. You could do a darker if you wanted to with the daffodil. So I'm going to do a little bit the dark lemon lolly in this piece, and then up here on these little dots, I'm just doing the lemon lale. It just sounds so funny. And then everything else is just going to be the light. Just blend that right in there. Okay, the fun part too is that if it's not dark enough, come on back in after it's dried for a minute and darken that up a little bit, and then there we have that. I'm going to darken these little tips a little bit better. See the difference there? Okay. Whew. I hate when I mess up, guys. If you know me, you know that. Alright, I'm going to run this through the die machine over here. And I need to, this one, I need to make sure to line it up so that I don't lose my antennas. Okay, is that it? Okay, bring that up. Okay, I need some sticky, which is still on my other die. And there we go. Alright, stay. And, of course, Barbara. Let's do this, and we're almost done. Alright. Okay, you guys doing anything fun for 4th of July this weekend? I would be curious to know what's happening. I haven't heard any fireworks tonight. probably tomorrow night there'll be crazy fireworks, but usually we hear them a lot. So, okay, we're ready to put this all together now that so the whole idea, you guys, is that this is, you have a little bit of white in the center, and then this is going to get popped up with dimensionals. Okay, just like so, and staying home on the 4th, Char. Okay, I think that's, yeah, I got it off. Hello. All right, where's my other piece? There we go. Okay, let's get this up here a little bit, and then that's going to get popped on here. Yeah. I'm going to take a little bit of adhesive over here on my mat so I don't get it on my sticky. I'm going to put my butterfly, I want my butterfly like right here on the corner, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on here and pop this up, and I want this right above my ribbon, so, or like right on the ribbon, I guess, a little bit like that. And then let's put our gems on here. Here they are, they're hiding. And let's grab this one, and this one, just like that. Okay, I need to trim this a little bit. And this card is done. Alright, you can't hardly see the white behind, so listen, if you want to just do the whole background, but see, I did cut it on this side on this one. So I don't know what I don't know. I'll redo the tutorial for sure. Family picnic, Ruth. Good. Hi, Carol. Yeah, so see the difference? Sorry guys, this is really the look I want more so than this one, because this is just 3/4 of an inch is too small. It really should be 4 inches. So I'll make sure the tutorial is correct, because I know you're not making these cards with me. So yeah, thank you. I like the yellow. I do like yellow. All right, last card is right here. And we're just going to use some extra ribbon, and of course we had to use this beautiful die, and then you'll have white to go on the inside of yours. And then where's my last envelope here? Right here. Okay. So, get myself here. You are going to cut your green plaid, is our last card. You will take your plaid and you're going to cut that 3 by 5.5. That's what we have. I probably just stuck the extra piece in here, so let me make sure I've got the right one. I think it's this bigger one. Now I don't see my, here it is. I guess I could have used my mat, Barb. Okay, yep, 3 by 5.5. That's what you want. 3 by 5.5. This is just extra. Oh yeah, because there's the fold where I cut them, where I cut it. So, let me just do like I have been doing. You're going to take your card and fold it, and then you're just going to cut 3 inches, and so you're going to have this piece left over. See that? Once you cut that at 3 inches. So you'll have 2 pieces because you're creating 2 cards in your kit. Okay, let's get ourselves together here. Card base. We are using Shy Shamrock for this one. And again, all these bases are the traditional 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, and then let me get this out of the way. Put this here so you can see that's what we're creating. I've already pre-cut these little butterflies that we're going to be using. And so for the front of our card, this is going to go down on the left side. Before you put that down, you're going to take your ribbon and you're going to do a strip so that, oh, what is that, about 1/4 of an inch on the side that you have open, and so that this is going to overlap onto the ribbon a little bit, okay? So I'm just going to cut myself ribbon first of all and then tape it down. So I need about that much, and looking for my ribbon scissors. Where did they go? I can't cut with my paper ones because they are really yucky. They're way over here, way over here. Okay, there we go. Put them back where they go and I'll be good. Tape. Okay, we're almost done. And I like to use my tape to hold my ribbons in place. Like I said, you're going to have about 1/2 inch on the left side when you put this ribbon down. Okay. Just like that. Now you're ready to put this down onto your Shy Shamrock card base. Okay. And I left about I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch on the left side, just like that. All right. Now we are ready to do this piece, and before we mount this, let's do our stamping. So what I did is I took my butterflies that I die cut and I kind of laid those where I wanted them to go. This separate one, you're going to put this down so that it connects, so this looks like all connecting piece, but this is a separate piece that you cut out. And I am going to go ahead, excuse me, and use my green glue. I know I had it out here. Here it is. And I'm going to trust that my stamping is going to be okay. Well, no, I'm not, because this is live, and just because how other things have turned out tonight, we're going to do this. We're going to lay this down so I know where I want to stamp, okay? So we just need our black. Get this out of the way. And this sentiment is, hope is a beautiful thing that flutters in the soul. Right here. That's so pretty, isn't it? All right, and that is going to go right there. Ta-da! I did it. Okay. Now we're just going to glue things down and it will be complete. You'll have white that goes on the inside of your card, which I do too. Okay. You'll have plenty of flamingo to cut all these butterflies out for your 2 cards, just so you know that. All right, so let's just go ahead. Let's put this down and then we'll glue down our butterflies. And then we're going to add ribbon around the corners. So there's that. And where's my green glue? Let's do that now. All right. Oops. Got a little crazy on my dot in there. Basically, I'm just making sure I have little bits of glue here and there. I see a little piece that didn't get popped out right there. There we go. Almost done, guys. It's been a long day. I had to work today. 6 o'clock comes early. So, yeah. All right, there's that one. So let's get this on here so that it doesn't cover my words, but they fit right perfectly where they're supposed to go, just like that. So let's get this little guy and do the center and just a dot, 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 you know. You don't want it seeping out the edges. Just dot, dot, wherever you have some openings or some space, bigger space, I guess. And then this one is just going to get connected right to the edge when you glue that down, okay? So there's your butterflies. Now we're ready to put the ribbon on the corners. I don't know how, I mean, it really makes this card shimmer shine to have this ribbon on the corners. And here's the ribbon. Now I am just going to cut myself 2 pieces, and I like to just actually just tape them down on the back side. Okay. And when you tape this on the back, it doesn't tape the way you would think, you know, like straight across or anything. It's at an angle so that this falls, so this stays on correctly, okay? See that? So when I turn this over, see how they're kind of, I don't know, I don't know, just make sure they're taped down, that's all. But that's what it looks like on the back, and that way it holds it in the corner on the front. Gracious. Words are getting hard because it's getting late. I knew this would be the case when I had to do this at 8 o'clock, but I didn't want to because last week, you guys, if you were here, I don't know, I hit something and it froze, I couldn't get it back, and I ended up deleting it. It was a mess last week. It was just like, what in the world? How long have I been doing this? And this happens? I just didn't understand. But there we are, our pretty sides. And then this balances. Remember I said I like to balance? That balances because you've got the nice pretty shimmer on this side. So let's take some dimensionals and pop this up, and then we'll add our gems. And that is the full projects for the card kit. Okay. Now, like I said, if you are interested, I do have a few of these kits left that I can get sent out right away. Tutorial email, Jan and Bobby, I know you were on here and that you guys already got your email. I'm going to make sure that the tutorial gets changed in the yellow card so that you have the right size and all that good stuff, because I already emailed it to that you ladies were on here, and I'll contact the others. So on that. Okay, so there is that. This goes on the inside. And oh, remember I had that little butterfly that I cut out of Flirty Flamingo? Guess what? That little guy is going to get a mini glue dot somewhere here, right here, and I'm going to put that on the inside. So there we are. There was a purpose after all. Dun, dun, dun. Let's just put that little butterfly right there. See it? And if you have green left, you could put some green here, or a strip of green here if you wanted to add that. Let's add some gems. And this card is now complete. Now I did take the gems and I did put some on my on these butterflies. So I've got one there, and I have another big one down here. I put a medium one. Did I put a medium one there? Yes, a medium. And then I took another small here. So this one I added a little more the gems. I didn't put one here because it didn't make sense. So there is the finished card. The last one. Yay! Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that is it. We have completed the card kits. And again, this video will stay on YouTube, so if you want to go and recreate them, I would love for you to do that. You can join me anytime for the blessing boxes. RSVP is by the 15th. I'm still trying to decide. I am so torn. I want to do some of the Christmas stuff in July, but I don't know that I want that for our box. If you think that you'd like a Christmas in July box, blessing box, let me know, because I'll be using, what designer paper is this? Ruth, it's not a designer paper. It's actually a card kit. It is the spring. It is the Sunny Springs cards and envelopes. And what I did is I cut the cards to create 2 designs. So you get, and so this comes with 5 cards and 5 envelopes. Let me show you see, here's the card, the full card, and we cut that down. So with that, you get 5 cards and 5 fancy envelopes. And in this class, I included 5 more plain envelopes along with 2. So you have a total of 10 cards. It comes with 5 envelopes. I give you 5 white envelopes to go with it, along with the ribbon and embellishments, the cardstock, die cut pieces and embossed pieces. You do have to have some type of a butterfly set in order to create this. I use the sketch butterflies, and again, just a beautiful set. So I was just going to try to see if I could get the cards in here. Okay, stuff is falling. Did you hear that? All right, so there's that, and this one, and this one, and this one, and I'm going to give you this one, which should be the bigger yellow. I made it smaller yellow in the video, but it should be the bigger. So, and that'll be fixed on the tutorial. So, there you are. I hope that you enjoyed this class. Again, when I do these classes, the videos are long because I do start to finish for you. And yeah, all right. I am ready to say goodnight. Thank you so much all for being here. Let me go back here and just say I appreciate you hanging with me till the end. Have a great 4th of July weekend. Stay safe, and I will see you next week, okay? Bye-bye.